going to talk about the hidden cost of quitting your job and becoming a full-time reseller on eBay, Poshmark, Marcari, maybe all of them. Do you really understand what you're giving up? And so are you thinking about going from a side hustle reseller to a full-time reseller? At the end, I have actually created a spreadsheet for you that is absolutely free, no charge, no subscription, down in the links. I think you'll find it rather like eye-opening. Like, I didn't think of that. Now, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Susan from How Groovy Is This? So have you been thinking about turning your online side hustle into full-time income? I know a lot of people get pretty excited and they're ready to quit their job and do this full-time, but there's some hidden costs when in regards to quitting your job, income that you're going to lose that maybe you haven't thought of. Not just your salary, but some of the other stuff. So let's talk about it. So while I'm calculating those costs video, I'm going to base it on somebody who makes a $50,000 salary. So just as you're aware, as you're seeing those numbers flash up on the screen, you'll be able to download that calculator and put in your specific numbers. So the easy one to talk about is the paycheck at the end of the week. How easy is that? You don't have to file tax reports. You don't have to do anything. That paycheck just is automatically deposited into your checking account. As long as you do the work, get your job done, and not a slacker, you're going to get that paycheck at the end of the week. And how great is that? But that's pretty obvious. So let's go on to the next one. Well, the next one is pretty obvious too. Health insurance, right? Your employer usually helps contribute to your portion of the health insurance. Now, that isn't in all the cases, but it is in some. And so you have to take that into account. I did some Google research, and the national average for health insurance per person is $343 a month. That is a lot of money. And if your employer is paying half of that, that's quite a bit of income. You don't maybe necessarily see it in your pocket, but it's money that you're going to have to spend once you become self-employed. So this next one can be huge. 401k and pension. Is your employer helping to contribute to those plans? Now, you can set up your own plans once you become self-employed, but if your employer's contributing to either of those plans, you need to take that into account too, because that's income that you're going to lose, and you need to make sure that you have enough sales in place to cover all of these costs that we're talking about. So what about paid time off? Sick time. We all like to take a vacation. Well, once you become self-employed, what, you're going to pay yourself a vacation time? Not really. When you're on vacation, you're not making any money, really. But you're not outsourcing. You're not doing it as a full-time hustle, so you're not making any money. So it's pretty nice that you get paid for not doing anything for your employer. How great of a perk is that? So this next one is paid holidays. If you're a federal employee, you got it made. You get 11 paid holidays. That's amazing. I typically have had jobs where I get paid for about 5 to 7. You know, the typical ones. Christmas, New Year's Day, Memorial Day, Labor Day, 4th of July, Thanksgiving. Those holidays, those generic ones that everybody pretty much gets paid for. So you got to take that into account too, because you're not going to pay yourself when you're off on those days, but your employer does. This next one could be a big one. It doesn't really pertain to everybody, but there's bonuses. Christmas bonuses, commissions that you might make if you're a salesperson. And then there's stock options. I want to take advantage of those last paychecks working for the man and make sure you get the last bit of bonus or as much commission as you can get. Now, the big grand doozy of them all is the employer paid portion of your Social Security and your Medicare tax. Your employer currently pays 7.65% for your Social Security and Medicare. So when you become self-employed, you're responsible for that portion of the tax. So I don't mean to be a Debbie Downer. I hope the video didn't come across that way. I'm really just trying to educate you and make you understand what it means to go from running your online reselling business from a side hustle to a full-time income. Because it's more than just that paycheck that you receive at the end of the week. And you also have to remember, just because you have $100,000 a year in sales, that isn't what you're making. There's all kinds of expenses that come out of that. And now I've just told you about all these other things that your employer has been covering. So there's a lot to think about. I think Running an online reselling business is a great side hustle. It's a great stay-at-home mom, stay-at-home parent side hustle, income producing for the family. I think it's a great retirement side hustle. Now, with all of that said, however much it came out to when you calculated how much it's going to cost you in addition to your salary to quit your job, there's a lot of perks to being self-employed. You got freedom to come and go as you like. Do your business when you want to do it. Maybe you're a night owl. You prefer to work from 8 at night to 6 in the morning. Put into it, right? The harder you work, the more money you're going to make, hopefully. And sky's the limit. So I think that's going to do it for today. I got to skedaddle. I got to get home. Bill's going to cook us a steak tonight, and I still need to stop by Sonic for my big Route 44 iced tea. But so that's going to do it. And I just appreciate all of you, and I appreciate all my new subscribers. Thanks for joining the channel. Well, as always, I hope you stay positive, stay focused, and most of all, just have a groovy day.